to the base formula is that a insurer assesses that a group of clients will experience 6 to 10 accidents with equal probability. So clients will experience 6 to 10 accidents with equal probability. In an year, an average 50% of the accidents lead to claim. What is the probability that there will be 7 claims in a year? There will be exactly 7 claims in a year. So here again we have to create this base probability space or sample space, and you have five possibilities. You can have 6 accidents or 7 accidents or 8 accidents or 9 accidents or 10 accidents, and we want to know that what is the probability in this sample space, what would be 7 claims in a year. So this is the other event, which is 7 claims in a year, and you can label them as A, B, C, D, E. What we want to know is probability of event is going to be probability of D, which is basically this D and A, plus probability of D and B, plus probability of D and C, plus probability of D and E. Now here this would not, there will be no possibility here, because only if there are only total 6 accidents, then you cannot have 7 claims. If you have 7 accidents and 50% of accidents lead to claim, you can still have it. It will be low probability, but you won't have it. And of course there is probability of D given D, which is the, unfortunately we're calling it a D here, but it is this number here. So let's say a probability of D given A is going to be probability of D, and A is going to be probability of D given A times probability of A. Now probability of A we know is 1 by 5. A probability of claim 7 claims in a year, knowing that you have 6 accidents, is going to be 0. So this is going to be 0. But what is probability of D and B? This is probability of D given B times probability of B. Probability of B is again 1 by 5. But what is the probability of D given B? So here you have to examine claims or nay claims is like a coin toss. So 7, so no claim is like having a coin toss 7 times and probability of getting 7 heads, right? So that is how probability of having 7 claims would be, that you toss the coin 7 times and you got a 7 heads. So which is basically 1 is 2 to the power 7, which is 1 by 128. And this is how we will do the rest of them, which will be probability of D and C is probability of D given C times probability of C. Now what is probability of D given C? Now we are getting 7 heads in 8 tosses. So sample space is 2 to the power 8, but we need 8, and this comes from the binomial theorem, which we will read later. It's basically 7 heads in 8 tosses. So and this will give us 8 by 256. Same principle we will apply in all the other numbers. So this all number can be solved by the, so we have to do is the number of the probability of getting 7 heads in 8 tosses times the probability of C. So how do we calculate the probability of 7 heads in 8 tosses? So that's a binomial equation, and you can solve it using the binomial formula, which is probability of x is equal to x is equal to n x p with x and 1 minus p n minus x, where n is 8 and x is 7. So 8 choose 7, probability of a head is 0.5, and x is 7, 1 minus p is 0.5, and this is 8 minus 7, which is 1. So 8 choose 7 is 8, and 0.5 is 78125 times 0.5. That gives you number of 8 into 0.0078125 times 0.5, that is 0.03125, and this is you can also do it, and then you multiply that with 1 by 5, which is the probability of C. So that is how you will do the probability of D union C or intersection C. Then you will see probability of D intersection D, which is probability of D and D, which is probability of D and given D times probability of D, or we can call it a D bar or something. So here is what is the probability of 7 claims in when there are 8 accidents in a year. With this is what we have just done. What are the D is 9, so there are 9, so now there will be 9 choose 7, 0.5 is still times 7, and 0.5 is going to be 9 minus 7, which is 2. So 9 choose 7 is going to be 36. 0.5 times 7 is going to be the same, which is 0.078125, but 0.5 times 2 is going to be 0.25. So this whole number is going to be now 36 times 0.078125 times 0.25, that is going to be 0.703. Going to be 0.0703, and this, using the same formula, we can calculate all these probabilities and then add them up.